Well, good morning everybody. Just looking for a nice spot, get away from this road noise. Well, the best I can anyway. It's good to see some of the greenery starting to grow on the trees now. I think something's been digging around here. There's a hole in the base of that tree. For this is all going to be bluebells around here. Found a relatively flat spot here. I think we'll set up camp here. Tree. going to set a fire up today, although I don't think I'm going to be cooking on a fire today. But it's nice to just have one lit and nice little fire going. I've got a bit of an experiment with food today actually, which I'll go through in a moment, but let's have a little fire going first. Some food bits that's standing around, just laying against this copper tray, so let's get some of these out. So I can cut some of those up for wood. Let's cut some of this up. Although this is dead, it is dry on the most part because it's been leaning inside this coppice rather than laying on the floor. It's a bit damp at one end of it, but I don't need to use that part. Birds are singing. Yeah, so like I say, I've got a fire on today, but I'm not cooking on the fire today. I'm going to be using the stove again, but there is a reason that I'm using the stove, and that is that I've got a bit of an experiment to do with some food, which I need to do really on this, because it is a practice for, you know, if I was out doing a long walk or something. So I've showed you the stove before. It's the APG stove, so I'm not going to go into all the details around it. Excuse the sock. The sock's just there to stop it rattling around and just to keep it warm. There's not a great deal of gas in there, but I think I've got another gas bottle in my bag. But before I do anything, I'm going to have a cup of tea. So let's get some water on the go. I've got my Kapilka stuff as well, which I'm going to be using today, so I can get it out. I'll put it inside this DD tarp bag. Yeah, it's getting really popular now with wild campers, but I've got the plate, the bowl and the cup. The cup I've been using for quite a few weeks now, and I love it. Fantastic stuff. Oh, water's boiled. Don't take long to boil on this. Just hope now I've got some tea bags. I'm pretty sure I have. Got plenty of 3-in-1s. Yeah, there's one. Let's have a nice cup of tea. I need to top this bag up at some point. It's one of them things you forget about doing. So let's right. I'll put that on the fire. Keep the fire going, keep us warm. It's not cold this morning, but it's nice to have that fire, just that little bit of warmth, just taking the chill off. Stand that there to cool down. That's it. down there and put it in the rubbish when I go. Alright, put a spoonful of coffee mate in, sprinkle that around. Oh, look at the colour of that, that's beautiful. Just put one sweetener in, I think, for a change. A little bit of something floating in it, that always happens, doesn't it? That's a bit of leaf. Oh, boom, that's lovely. Yeah, so as I said earlier on, I've got a fire going, but I'm not cooking on the fire today. And the reason is that at some point I want to start hiking. I want to start doing some long walks and lighten down the kit that I would do that with. And one of the things that I was looking at was the food side of it. Now I don't really care about going down to the lightest bag or the sleeping bag or the lightest bed or whatever. I'm not too bothered about that. But what I am bothered about is the food that I would take. I need that to be a relatively lightweight. Although having said that, it would always start out as a heavyweight bag, but as you eat the food, obviously it would get lighter, and you probably eat places along the way. But it got me thinking that some of these foods that you buy, the packet foods, the boil in the bag type foods, it got me thinking that well, why can't we make our own? And when I looked at these meals, and I've got one here which I bought as an example really, and this is no disrespect to the company that that this one belongs to, but they are all pretty much around the same price. I've never ever tried one of these meals. I've seen lots of videos on YouTube where people have, and on the whole they're pretty good meals. It's 300 grams, this particular one. But what it did, it got me thinking about you know, foods that you can buy from any supermarket, a fraction of that cost. These cost anywhere between 5 and 7 quid. I've had a look online. You can get them a little bit cheaper here and there, but on the whole they're somewhere between the £5 and the £7 mark, which in my eyes is very expensive for one meal. Okay, so this is what got me thinking. I'm not a cheapskate or anything like that. I just feel that you know, you could enjoy your walk and all the rest of it without having to spend such a lot of money. So what I did was, first of all, I went online and I bought some what they're called Myler silver bags. Okay, now I bought this size purely because this size is not far away from the size of this particular Wayfarer bag. Okay, so what I did then was I found a tin. In this case, it's a big breakfast. So it's a breakfast meal in a tin. Cost me £1 and £1.05, something like that, but around the pound mark. And what I did was I put it into this bag. I've not weighed it, but when I go like that, I would say that it's around the same 300 grams. Okay, so now I don't, without looking at the tin, I can't tell you all the nutritional values and the fats and things like that in it, but for me it's about having something to eat. It's about having a dinner. So what I did was I put it into this bag. Now I didn't heat seal it, it is just sealed with the clip bit there. I could have sealed it with a heat sealing machine, or I could have ironed it with the wife's iron, but I didn't think I needed to. And I've had it in my bag whilst I've been out walking this morning to get to the woods, and it is sealed really well. I bought 50 of these bags. I think they cost me around a tenner, something like that. And the tin of food, like I say, was £1.05. So what I want to do is I want to try that as a boil in the bag. Now I did do some research on the company that I got these from. I couldn't find anything on there that said anything about boil in the bag. However, I did look at some Q&As that were in there, and other people were asking exactly the same question. Will I be able to put something in it and boil in the bag? But they're actually designed for storage of you know, nuts and all that sort of stuff, you know, dried foods. And one of the answers that came back was that yes, you can, but it's not advisable. Now, didn't really think that that was the best answer in the world. However, that suggests that we, you know, you can give it a go at your own risk, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to finish my cup of tea, and then I'm going to put this into my APG stove and let that boil up. Now I've never done one of these before, and I'm going to read what it says on the Wayfarer instructions, just to give me a bit of guidance on what to do with my version. Yeah, so on the Wayfarer one, from a boil in the bag point of view, it says place the unopened pouch in a pan of boiling water on a suitable camping stove, leave to boil for 7 to 8 minutes, turn off the stove, dispose of the water and leave the pack to cool for 1 minute. Open the pouch at the tear notch indicated, enjoy directly from the pouch or decant it into a bowl. Okay, so I'm going to follow those instructions for my version. Okay, now whether that's right or wrong I don't know, but what I will do is you know, have a taste of it. I will eat it, I'm not going to leave it, I'm not going to waste it, even if it means having to boil it up a little bit to make it hot again. I don't know yet. It is purely a test, and I'm doing this all at my own risk as well, by the way, so I'm not instructing anybody to do this. I'm just saying this is what I'm going to try myself. It's a good experiment, and if anybody wants to learn from that, they can. And it may be that people want to do an experiment themselves, but for me this is just purely for my own information, and I'm not advising anybody to go and do this. But you know, we're all adults here, make up our own minds. First of all, I've got to put some water in there. Now again, I don't know how much water to put in here, but clearly it needs to be enough to cover the bag, I would have thought. The other thing is, I'm not going to throw the water away once it's done either. I'm going to use that water to make a cup of tea. I don't agree with the wasting of water. So first of all, let's get this onto the stove. Let's get that on there and locked in. Okay, now let's place this bag into the water. trying to get it as far down as I possibly can. That's it. Let's put the lid on. Okay, now let's fire it up. It's been 5 minutes so far, and that's starting to boil. Well, it's boiling now, but I'll carry on going. It's not a violent boil though. Okay, so that's really boiling now. So I'm going to get that turned off. Okay, now that's taken 7 minutes in total. That's the guidance on that as well. But this was starting to bubble over, so I had to turn it off really, but that was at 7 minutes. Let me find some gloves because this is going to be hot. Let's have a look at what's okay, so the bag's not split or anything like that. In fact, there's no change to the bag whatsoever. What's going to be interesting is whether it's actually hot inside, but we can have a look at that. First of all, let me put the lid on that and move that out the way so that I can concentrate on this. Well, the bag definitely feels hot. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my bowl. Okay, let's open the bag. Oh, it smells all right. Let's just tip that in like so. You can see the steam coming off of it anyway. I'm just going to seal that bag back up so it's not squirting everywhere, any residue. Let's lay that over there for a moment. And now for the moment of truth. So I can undo my knife and fork, of course. Oh, no, that's perfect. Tell you what, that's not bad at all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. This is only sausage and beans, by the way, by the looks of it. But again, you could buy sausage and beans in a tin, decant that into one of these bags at home, ready for your walk. But also, Kopilka bowl. Oh, what a brilliant idea to have a handle on a bowl. Perfect. It's got like sausages, but then it's got some like flat sausages in here as well. So you got quite a good sized sausage there. But then you've got these ones as well, which taste just like sausage as well. So it looks like it's sausage and beans basically. But I quite like eating out of this bowl. It's cool. I've got the Kolpilka cutlery set coming as well, so I've got everything that I need. That certainly filled a gap. So if I was on a hike, that would just set me up for the day, or you could use it as a meal in the evenings. It doesn't really matter. It's a bit of breakfast like that, but in addition to that, I want to try something else as well, which I'm going to try in a little while. But I'm going to make a cup of tea now. In fact, now I'm going to have a 3-in-1 coffee. So I've made a cup of coffee now. I've used the water that I boiled the bull in the bag meal in, so I'm not wasting that. A little bit of water left, which I'll use to wash my bowl. Oh, and that's still red hot. It's just had 10 minutes. Just listening to the woods.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So let's try the next experiment of the day. So again, on the same lines as what I was thinking earlier on, I decided to think about a breakfast, so a porridge for example, and I see these sachets. So I've got a sachet of porridge here. Now on the instructions it says add milk. So I thought, well, I don't want to be carrying milk around with me. I wonder what it tastes like with just water. And then I got to thinking, well, I generally have coffee mate with me, so why don't I put this into a bowl, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. Okay, let's get that into the bowl. Now I haven't really got any idea on how many spoonfuls of milk powder to put in, but I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of coffee mate. Remember everybody, this is just an experiment. Okay, so I'm going to mix all that up. Okay, so what we need to do now is get some more water on the go. I've still got a little bit left in there, so I'm going to just warm that up. It is hot because I've just had a bit of it for washing up my bowl and it was burning my fingers, so I know it's not going to take very long. Just give that a bit of a boil up. Let's turn that off. Got some nice hot water in there now, so let's put a little drop in to start with, just to get it, mix it up a bit. Now again, you see, you could literally mix all this up with sultanas or berries or something that you like, and mix it up dry into one of those Myler bags and then tip it out. Well, it don't even have to be one of those Myler bags, to be honest. Now this is a golden syrup one, so it has got a flavour to it. It's not just straightforward porridge. But that looks perfectly adequate. Okay, so let's give me porridge a go now. Second breakfast of the day. To be honest, if I was having this for my breakfast, I'd probably want two pouches, because there's not a great deal in one pouch. Right, let's give it a go. Oh, yeah, that's all right. Well, that'll fill you up. Like I say, I'd probably want 2 pouches in there. I'm a growing boy. Can't believe I've just had a breakfast in a bag and a bowl of porridge for my breakfast. Nice. But the good thing about this is that one litre of water, that's all I've used today. Okay, so I had a cup of tea. I boiled the boil in the bag. I then used the water from that to make a cup of coffee. I've also done the washing up of the bowl using some of the water. I've got the bowl to wash up again, and I've still got a little bit of water in there, enough to do that. So 1 litre of water has done all of that, which I think is pretty good. I have got another litre of water in my bag, so I will make another drink before I pack up and leave. But yeah, I'm quite pleased that that porridge worked well. The boil in the bag worked well. Good. Well, apart from a bit of flat surface, which will soon shoot back up again, you'd never know I've been here. Okay, let's start making our way out the woods now. It's nice, the sun's shining. Hello. Now look where I am. At least I know I'm going the right way through the woods. Okay, make a way through here. Well, thank you everybody for joining me on another little woodland camp. Hasn't had any rain this morning, that's something, I suppose. The sun's come out now, it's getting quite warm. But I really do appreciate you watching, and I'd really love it if you'd click on like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll come and join me on another one. I put a video up every weekend, so please look out for it. Click on the notification bell and YouTube will let you know when I put a new video up. But again, thanks for watching, and until the next time, stay safe out there.